Kate Chopin's 1899 The Awakening is an example of literary merit because of its feminist themes. The protagonist, Edna, resists against her life as a housewife, thus rejecting society's expectations for women. She resists her husband and her children, and she begins to explore herself and her sexuality. This subject matter was unheard of at at the turn of the century, making The Awakening a prominent piece in literature. Edna, the protagonist, struggles as a mother. Images of children and verbal allusions to them occur throughout the novel. Edna herself is metaphorically related to as a child. In her awakening, she is undergoing a form of rebirth as she discovers the world from a fresh, childlike perspective. Yet, Edna's childlikeness has a less admirable side. Edna becomes self absorbed. She disregards others and she fails to think realistically about the future or think about the consequences of her actions. Ultimately, Edna's thoughts on her children inspire her to commit suicide because she realizes that no matter how little she depends on others, her children's lives will always be affected by her and society's expectations of her. Moreover, her children represent the obligation that, unlike her husband, is irreversible. On page 73, Edna states, I would give up the unessential, I would give up money, I would give up my life for my children, but I would not give up myself. I cannot make it more clear. It is something I am beginning to comprehend, which is revealing itself to me. So in that quote, Edna is refusing to sacrifice herself for her children. She's not saying she doesn't love them, but she's saying that she would never give up that part of herself and what makes her herself for her children. Because her children are so closely linked to her suicide, her increasing allusions to their little lives, her children lead to her end.